So if we want to be a little more exact, what time is it now?
35.
11:36 a.m. or p.m.?
A.M.
a.m. Right. It is 11:36 a.m. Now we all know it's morning. We're not. We can look out the window and be like, "Oh yeah, it's not 11:36 p.m." If it's 11:36 p.m., we should all be asleep, nice and cozy, without thinking about school. All right. Good. A.m. and p.m. So now we have a bunch of clocks to look at. All right. So here, what time is it? It is 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Now, when it's just the hour, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, that's when we usually say o'clock. We don't say 1 o'clock these other times. What time is it now? 1:05 or 5 after 1. There are lots of different ways to say time, so there's more than one right answer. In your book it says 1:05 or 5 after 1. 5 past 1 is also okay. So 1:05. But don't say 1:05 o'clock. Man, 1:05 o'clock. It does sound funny, doesn't it? It just doesn't sound right. Really, o'clock only sounds good if it's right on the hour, we say. It's on the hour. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Okay? So 1:05, if it's a time, let me make it a little bit different. If it's a time that has a 0 in it, you have to say something, and you don't say 0 with time. I don't know why, but this is just pronounced as O. Yeah, so don't say 17. You have to say 1:07. Or 7 after 1. What's the next time? 1:10, 1:15, or quarter after 1. Yes, yes. And this is where time gets interesting. If it's 15 minutes this way or 15 minutes this way, then we call it a quarter. Quarter after 1. Yeah. Good. Because, remember yesterday, we were talking about food, to be honest. We were talking about pie. And if we split the pie into 4 pieces, how much is each piece? It's a fourth or a quarter. This is a quarter, this is a quarter, this is a quarter, this is a quarter. You're all done? Selfish. You just
You're fine. I'm good.
Thank you. So the pi is just like the clock. You can take the clock and you can split it into 4 pieces, 4 quarters. And so that's why we say this time, when the big hand is over here and the little hand is sort of there, is 1:15. Yeah. Okay. Good. Moving on. Now what? 1:20. Good. How about this? 1:30. We don't say half past. They do say half past 1. So another way to say this is half past. Actually, do you all say half past?
I've never said it.
I've heard it.
I have heard it. That sounds British to me. But anyway, because now we're looking at half the pie, half the clock. So that's why it's half past. Good. 1:30, what's that? 1:40, 1:45, or quarter, not after.
Quarter to
Yeah, this is quarter after, good. This is quarter to. Do they say quarter to 1? Or do they say?
Quarter to 2.
Or I'm sorry, quarter to 1. Yeah, right. Quarter to 2. I
Quarter
learned how
to
to
3.
tell time when I was 3. Yes, yes. So it's a quarter to 3 apparently. So it's a quarter to. Look at our clock, our pie clock again. Now the big hand is over here and sort of over there. So now we say, okay, well, we're closer to the hour. So we talk about the time, the quarter of an hour before 2 o'clock. So it's a quarter to 2 or till 2. Quarter to 2. Good. We don't say 3/4 after 1. I know this is 3/4, all of this, but we don't say 3/4 after. Yeah, that sounds very British. Okay. Good. Are we okay on time? I think everybody's okay. Let's move on to these times of day. How about, ladies? Why don't you sit at the tables and go through with your table, because you know we've got 5 at each now. So just go through these broad times of day with your tables. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not throwing it into the deep end.
No.
All right. So basically just go over what makes evening evening and what makes night night. If you can. We're talking about very broad times of day there.
Okay, so
So
everyone
times
knows
of
that
day.
the sun
Y'all see where that is?
is rising.
Right, number 14. That says
Morning.
sunrise.
Yeah.
So,
So
when would we see the
when do you
sunrise?
usually wake up?
In the early morning, right?
Most
So
of the
about
time,
what
I
time
spend
do
my
you
time at
think
work.
Uh-huh.
sunrise would be at?
So like, I wake up at 7 every morning.
7 o'clock?
So I don't
7 o'clock
quite
what?
see the sun
PM or
rise.
AM?
That happens
7
around
o'clock AM.
like 6,
Very good.
6:30 in the morning. And
I-
so
Yeah, 7
that
o'clock AM.
is very, very
Good.
early in the morning. The sun is
All right,
rising.
the next picture
Okay, and it
says
goes over us,
number
right?
15. That
So
says
number
morning.
15,
So
the sun is up a little bit,
morning could
but
be
not directly
pretty
above
much
us,
any
right?
time.
So
What do you think? What would you consider?
would that
morning?
be, what?
What time would you say?
Like about 9:15, 10 o'clock? Yeah. So that would be
9, 10
morning,
o'clock, right?
right?
And that would be AM
So
or PM? Which
12,
AM.
12
Very good.
p.m.
Yep. And
just
then
changed
number
from
16, they
morning
give
to
us the time for
afternoon.
that. What's noon?
With
What
the
time is
PM.
noon?
So that means the
12
sun
o'clock,
is about
and
directly
that's
above us.
PM,
and that's
right?
when it's really
We're gonna
hot in
start
the summer.
towards nighttime.
So then
I guess.
17, it's starting to fall back
Right.
down,
17,
right?
that's gonna be the afternoon.
Is your afternoon.
So about
So
what
about
time would you,
3:15,
when would be afternoon?
3, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 5, okay.
5 o'clock?
And then what happens to the sun at
So
night?
1 o'clock could
Before
be
it
the
gets dark.
afternoon, 2
It
o'clock
falls.
could be the
Yeah,
afternoon,
sunset.
3 o'clock,
So
4
when you
o'clock,
start to
5
see a
o'clock.
really pretty sky,
6
with
o'clock.
purple and pink,
That whole,
It's
the afternoon's
falling.
probably the biggest
so
range. that
that's
you
your
can run.
sunset.
And then,
So we have a sunrise
number 18,
in the
sun
morning, very
starts to
early.
set.
and sunset,
Right.
which in the winter it
So
can
about what
happen
time do you
around
think the sun starts to set up?
5 or 6, yes.
8, 9,
In the summer it can happen around 8 or 9.
maybe. Okay, good.
So that just depends. But we always
okay.
have a sunset.
And what would that be,
And then
AM or
the
PM?
evening is
PM,
when it's
'cause
not
starting to become
totally
nighttime,
dark.
right?
but
All right,
it's a
then
little
the
light,
evening,
but the
what
sun
time do
is
you think
gone.
the evening is?
So it's still dark, but it's not like very,
Nine,
very
10.
dark. So around 7,
that would be
yes, just after
PM,
the
right?
sunset.
And
And
you
then
get to
night
nighttime,
It's like 9 or
and that's
10
when
when
it
it's
started
really,
to get-
really dark
that's when it's
outside. And it's
basically
been a
all
long
dark
time
outside.
since the sun has set.
So what time
Okay.
would you think nighttime?
And then midnight
11
is
11.
when we're
Yep.
going from
And
afternoon
would that
to
be
morning.
PM or AM?
So now we're back to
PM
8
still, good.
and it's very, very
And
dark.
then by that
Very,
point,
very
you
late
get
at
to
night.
midnight, which is 12
Uh-huh.
o'clock,
When the time will change, I know.
midnight,
When does the time change?
and that's when
Yeah.
it changes back
Hmm.
to
That makes
AM.
sense.
It should
when
be
you're
in the
asleep
next
at
couple months
nighttime,
because if you noticed
If
it's
it gets
getting
to 12 o'clock,
darker
There was-
then that's when
earlier.
it goes
Yeah,
back to
there
the
I
was
don't know the
this-
exact
this
date.
month.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's
So what time?
Confused.
what
Yeah,
time do
hold
you
on.
usually go to
I
bed?
don't know